Shadow of the Ninja Reborn on the PlayStation 4. Free demo that was provided. And again, as I mentioned in my first video that I did on hard mode with Hayate, this is a remake, or a complete reimagining, one would argue, of a game that came out on the NES back in 1990, I want to say. It's one of the few NES games I actually owned back then. And I asked for it because I read one good review in let me put it this way. It got a very good review in Video Games and Computer Entertainment magazine. I don't even know who the reviewer was. I don't even know what they said. All I know is that I got 9s across the board. 9 out of 10 across the board. So that was enough for me to ask for my parents to buy me this game for Christmas. On the NES, anyway. Was it great? Nah, not really, if I'm being honest. I beat it like a dozen times. I think I beat it with codes. I beat it without codes. There were stage select codes, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you have to seek it. It's not that big of a deal. If the game cost $1,000 today, I would not hunt it down. I'll put it that way. There we go. There is something behind here. There's a gun behind here. Did I forget to show you the manual? I guess I'll show you the manual later. The X button is for your grappling hook attack, which you can't attack while you're also on the wall, just so you know. That wall ability was not in the original game, but this climbing ability was. Hanging from overhead platforms was in the original game. Yeah, R2 for the grappling hook. You can remap all these controls in case you're wondering. And the hook works in multiple directions, as you would expect. I might have mentioned this in the earlier game. In the earlier game, you only had one weapon that you could use at any given time, basically. If you picked up the hook, you had to give up the sword, which is not great. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, I'm supposed to go down here. Hold down and jump. That works. Okay, so it hits low. That's good to know. Can't go low. So I can attack, but I can't use my grappling hook. I can't aim diagonally. Okay, fine. But I can drop and use my sword. And if I hold the sword button down, I can stand on the sword for an extended period of time. Like this. Just hold down the sword button. Adorable. You can also press down and jump in midair for a float jump. It gives you a bit more horizontal float distance. And when I review the manual, I'll explain all of that. So if I die here, we'll go to the main menu. Normally, I'm supposed to go to the main menu before I start these videos to establish some context. I'll just explain it. I'll just explain moves as I do them. And obviously, in the first game was way more linear. Like all this, like extra space that I'm exploring in was not in the original game. That enemy's gonna spew plasma balls you can whack back with your sword, which I think is kind of it's a very nice touch. Yeah, I think this grappling hook hits twice, which again, very nice touch. Can't go that way. Yeah, you can whack those balls he shoots at you, those water balls, but you have to be in front of them, basically. You can only attack him when he drops, when he descends. So when he's popping out of the water, you can't touch him. Let's see. Yeah, careful. You're supposed to hit him while he's punching. Yeah, careful! Where'd I get those bombs from? There's a long wind-up on that gun, so don't use it unless you know you can put it away. When you put that gun away, there's a long wind-up on that. You hold down the R1 button to go to gear mode. And choose different weapons. Huh. That's a consumable, apparently. You can hold down R1 to select different weapons. Then you let go to select that weapon. That's a rice ball. Let's eat the rice ball. Okay, most of my health. Okay, you can also press the R1 button again to put away any of your accessory weapons. So that takes a bit of practice, but that's how you switch weapons in this game. That's how you switch to consumables. Careful. You can't use your grappling hook on the blue balls he shoots at you. And that enemy in the original... Whoops, that's a new wrinkle. So he only shoots high? Oh, no, he shoots low, too. Because I was worried. So I guess he randomly... I guess he just either crouches and shoots one fireball or stands up and shoots 3. And you might have noticed when I'm in midair and I do this, I get a little bit of extra float distance. So I'm allowed to stay in the air a tiny bit longer if I have to stay over some projectiles while doing that. Which is a nice touch. Careful. And I'll show you that wall jump I just did in a second. Careful. Didn't land on his head. Jump. Up and jump to scramble up the wall. Ow! Bastard. Very sloppy of me. Can I get up? Yeah, over here. You can only aim that in 8 directions. Actually, I think you can only aim it in 3. Get a bit closer. So he stands up twice and crouches once? Yeah. Yeah, in hard mode, he stands up once, then crouches. But in normal mode, he stands up twice and then crouches. So I would say he's easier in hard mode. Good. We good? Well, we'll get there. Okay, I thought that thing hit high. Well, maybe it hits high if he spits out his sword. Maybe it hits high. Give me some health. No health. Can I drink the water? Gives me a couple of pips of energy. Better than nothing. Careful. Bad, 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 bad. Just sloppy. See if I can find any other health around here. I make no promises. They got pixel transparency effects. That's very cute. So I can't go this way, right? Yeah, I can't go this way. If I can't, I have to go around, I believe. Let me see what my options are here. Yeah, I can't go that way. Maybe we're standing on Raiden from Ninja Saviors. The big chonking... the big chonking robot in that game. That's almost impossible to use. So I lied. I thought I had beaten the game with all the characters, but no, I couldn't bring myself to play as Raiden anymore. It was just too frustrating. I might try later, because I remember I do own that game, but that just seemed like a lot. It was too technical and not very entertaining. Like, there are ways to play as a character like that, but that was not particularly an entertaining way to do that. So it only shoots one ball, huh? And again, you can whack it back with your sword temporarily, and 2 whacks takes it out. Okay, so in hard mode, that thing shoots 3 balls. So in normal mode, it only shoots 1. Wrinkle. Hey, girl. Ah, whack! Hey! I thought I whipped her. Well, the continue brings you back to the checkpoint after the mini-boss. That's not so bad. Recovery Ninja is boosted. That's cool. What does that even mean? Yeah, whacked it. Might be able to get him. Got him. I might just have to jump and hit him. It's probably easier. It's probably an easier way to do it. Stop hitting him. In the original game, this character is like a normal-sized character. He just has a big gun that blocks your attacks. But in this game, he's a big hulking monster that you can't jump over anyway, so... In the original game, you couldn't jump over the regular-sized robot anyway, so... Like, that's the reason he was in the game. He was basically just there to limit your ability to get over it. He was basically an obstacle. Good. We get him? Yep. Not much range on that thing. Not that I'm complaining. I want to say in the hard mode it doesn't have any more range than this, so. That hits 3 times, wow. Yeah, that grappling hook hits 3 times. Maybe 4, depending on where you release it. That might be interesting. Because it hits at peak distance. It hits just before peak distance, and it hits just before it reaches the maximum length. It hits when it hits at maximum length, and then it hits during the retraction, which is a nice touch. Again, I like that they add stuff like that, so that weapons like that hit multiple times. Adds a bit more nuance to the combat. We good? Yeah, might be some stuff here I need to pick up. Yeah, totally forgot to pick this up earlier. Okay. Up and jump. Yeah. So you can't attack while you're grappling onto a wall. But if you press the jump button when you're touching a wall, it's like Batman. I think you have to hold the button down, right? We'll get to that, I guess. Jump then down. Careful. That was stupid. I should have just jumped and did my grappling hook. Yeah, that's how you aim down with the grappling hook. No. So I have to hold the button down to stay on. You have to hold the button down, right? Nope. That didn't work. Yeah, that's the Batman jump from the NES game. You could not climb the walls in the original NES game for this. You know, Kage. You can only grapple underneath buildings, underneath platforms. Hey! Got him. You need to pay attention to how many hits those things take. There were a couple of enemies in the original game that took multiple hits. Just a second. Ah, that was just dumb. Down. Got him. Don't let her whip you. Careful. Yeah, that was just bad. Probably should have just dropped. Yeah, I probably should have just dropped. How are we on health? Give me the apple. Don't get a lot of health for that. Soda. We only have 1 life, so I might as well eat all this stuff. Nope. Trash. Ah! Stupid. Whoops. Get closer to the left. Closer to the left. Devious placement. Eat it. Alright. It's the end of the level? Looks like it. Yeah, guy, I do like the little fire debris that stays behind when you defeat the enemy. This is definitely in the original game. Stupid. This is a better waypoint, I hope. Missed the bombs. Yeah. So I can't stay up there. In the NES game, you can stay on this thing when it left the screen. Kind of weird they don't allow that here. But yeah, these gears were definitely in the original game. Again, I just think it's weird that you can't leave the screen here. You know, I say these monkeys weren't in the original game either. Oh, that's right. There are hidden items here. Yeah. Whoops! Okay, that sucked. That sucks. else was it? In the original game, there were hidden items. If you slash your sword in the middle of the gear, you could get a power-up. I do remember that. Yeah, it's a good checkpoint. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. That was stupid. Hit the wrong button. I think I can reach that bomb. It's gonna disappear. Yeah, I missed the bomb. He's down. He's down. So don't leave the ground. Yeah, that was in the original game. Okay, that's bad. This thing being here is not good. Spit it out, dog. He's gonna go low. See? That's how you do that. Crap. That crap! Oh, what do you know? What was that about? Got it. Don't know what it is, I got it. Give it up. Block that. She's gonna go low. Oh, that's cute. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, switch that out. I don't know why I hit that button. Kill the Neko. Nekos. Ooh woo. Power-ups here? Nope, no power-ups here. Yeah, that's a nice touch. The whole, whoops. What? Ugh! That's bad. That is bad. So I don't know why I recovered from dying earlier. Is it based, like, do I just lose a certain amount of health if I, it's like, is that like fall damage? In the original NES game, I think if you fell down, you respawned with less life. I don't remember exactly how it worked. So if you fell, if you fell down a bottomless pit, you just respawned with a little less life. Don't remember if there were any instant deaths in that game. Oh, so maybe I have to power up that chain so I get more hits. You have to power up that chain so that it gives me more hits. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that. What? That was bad. He's gonna go low. Good. Got him. Good. You power it up. Might be a faster way to get that off. Yeah, that might be a faster way to do it. Ow! Eat it. Got him. Can I get this dude? Kind of hard to time that. He's down. Hard modes must be really annoying. No power-ups here? Nope, nothing here in the center of the wheel. We good? We're good. Wow, that was good. That was close. We hit both of these? Got it. Here's a special jump here, right? Yeah. That was... Hey, what the... That was bad. He's gonna go low, right? Okay. Do I still want to get that thing? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna get greedy. Give me a second. I don't know why I dashed off that platform. That was really weird. Okay, so I got a thing. Don't know what purpose it served. Save that for the boss, I guess. I'm taking it now. So I'm going to have to get back up there somehow. Because I got myself into a bit of a pickle. Whoa! Well, that also works. I got a thing. Don't know what it does. It's not in the manual. Yeah, this boss. Choppity choppity. Not good. Yeah, should have gotten that health. Hope does this game spawn me at a good point? It spawned me at the boss. I won't have any weapons, but I had a whole bunch of gear, but switching in a hurry. Like, you don't go to a sub-menu like in Mega Man. You gotta hold down the button in real time and dig through your bag. That's not amazing. Well, not in the original game, of course. Heads up. That was bad. Shadow step. I don't know if the shadow step helps. Yeah, bad. Yeah, hold down the jump button. Hold down the attack button. Hold down in the attack button while jumping. Okay, so I might be able to abuse that a couple more times, but I'm not getting a whole lot of damage. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage by doing that. So that's not amazing. I don't know what recovery ninja gear is boosted means. You don't stand too close to him, I guess. Got me. Careful. Got me. Homing shurikens. That's pretty nice. Nah. Homing shurikens are nice. So I took off half his health. That's not terrible. Part of me says this demo only takes place for stage 1. Wouldn't be shocked if it's only stage 1. Nah. Bad aim. Yeah, the shadow step didn't work there. Yes, that's why I need that. Oh, I can stay on the roof. That's cool. Can I avoid him entirely? Dig in the bag, dig in the bag. Again, I don't like having to dig in the bag for this stuff. Yes, so I have to stay on the middle of the room, not the entire room. I can only stay on the middle. Rice ball. There we go. That was bad. Sure, whatever those are. As long as they don't hurt me. What the heck? This just got real. Yeah, it just got real. That was not a thing I was expecting. I can't go into gear mode with this when I'm dangling. Yes, I could. I probably shouldn't be staying here inside the goop. Yeah, maybe I need to kill him more quickly. This is gonna get real. Yeah, I might have to be more efficient. I don't think most people are gonna like this game, to be honest, but I'd rather play this than Dark Souls, if I'm being honest. We'll see how it goes. Careful. That was stupid. Should not have done that. Blunderbuss. L1 for the shadow step. This blunderbuss doesn't seem particularly useful. Yeah, went too far. I can get behind him. That's good to know. What the heck? That can't be good. Eat it. Careful! Back! Not good. Who hit the lever? Yeah, who starts spitting out the goo? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, in the original game, it mainly just swerves. It does like a little horizontal sine wave. You just have to whack it once it lands. Stay close to it, whack it with your sword, because its eye is going to open. It's invincible until its eye opens in the original NES game. I don't think this is doing much damage. That. I'm not doing very much damage, honestly. I'm not doing very much damage. Okay, give him my health back. Yeah, having to switch during a boss fight is not great. Darn it. This can't be good. Careful! So I can stay in the goo. Okay, I feel better. Does it just hide things? Yeah, I saw it do that. So where's it gonna shoot? Okay, that's good. Can I do this in the air? Nope, can't do the shadow step in the air. Almost dead though. Heads up. Not good. Okay, one more hit. Can't take another hit. Well, I can't dash with all this goo. Maybe that's the problem. Not good. Ah! So again, having to dig into your bag to get your soda, that's not amazing. That's not phenomenal. It's kind of frustrating, actually. So in the hard mode, this game must be really annoying. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, like, I always figured this game was going to be like a $10 purchase at some point. And Ninja Saviors was like a $14 purchase for me. So I was perfectly fine with that. That was stupid. Whatever I just did was just really dumb. I can get behind it, so that's good. Careful. Ah, bad. Which is bad. Got a few hits on him. Bunch of dumb hits. Yeah, I have to redo this one. That was a bunch of dumb hits. I did pretty well, like, in the last fight, just not this one. Shame. Got about 10 minutes. We'll see how we do. I'm very curious how deep this demo goes. Yeah, I think he's going to hit me in the corner. If I go to the corner, I think he's going to hit me. Again, I don't like having to switch. I don't like having to, like, switch to my bag. It's really freaking annoying. Like, having to heal myself. Like, the only way I can heal myself is digging in the bag. Like, no. That's not amazing. It makes the game harder, but it makes the game harder for a cumbersome reason. Like, again, I'm not a fan of that. Like, if you want to limit the amount of, crap you can carry, fine. But don't, like, make me rummage through my bag in real time. That's just really dumb. Got a blunderbuss. He can't hit me in the... Yeah, I don't think he can hit me in the shadow. He can't hit me in the corner. Which might save me some trouble, actually. Well, he hit me in the corner there. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Yeah, I don't know what they want me to do there. Probably want me to jump. Give me that. Careful. I cannot dash here, right? I can dash. Comforting, I suppose. Whoop, that was stupid. Got half his health. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Yeah, that was not... I don't know what they want me to do there. I was hoping I can whittle him down. It's probably not going to happen. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Almost got him. If I can dodge this, I might be able to get him. Got him! Eat it! Doofus. Yeah, it just said stage clear in the NES game when the music played. See, wasn't there a tank at the end of the first stage in this game? No, well, don't remember. Blunderbuss now available for purchase. So you can now purchase it at the beginning of the game. And that's the demo. Okay, so I guess we'll try this on hard mode. Like, yeah, the idea of just playing stage 1 makes perfect sense for a game like this. So I guess I'll show you the manual, just kind of put everything I just did in something resembling a context. I might be able to put the manual at the beginning of the video instead of the end. So we can probably do that. What's that about the righteous indignation? Yeah, they're righteous indignation and indomitable spirit, conquer many enemies, etc. and so forth. Time attack mode. You have to clear the stage and attack. Yeah, so it's like Ninja Saviors. Speedrun mode. Play this to pick up ninja gear you missed in the later stages. Okay. Huh. Interesting. That might be an interesting way to farm gear for the arcade mode, but it's only 6 stages. It's for accumulating prep money. Huh. Okay. Purchase the start of the next play. Finding hidden ninja gear and earning prep money will give you more ways to play. Okay. Huh. Let's see. That's an interesting layer to this game that obviously was not in the original NES game. Yeah, I do like standing on the sword. It just doesn't seem to be that useful in the first stage. But it's a nice flourish you can do. So yeah, all these extra moves you can do in this game were not in the original game. In the original game, you could run, crouch, hang from overhead ceilings, like in Ninja Gaiden 3, and that's pretty much it. Like, again, you had a sword, you could, and if you swiped a box, you could replace the sword with a chain whip. I believe you could also replace it with consumable bombs or consumable daggers, consumable bombs, or consumable throwing stars. It's been a while since I played the game, but yeah, it was way more. There was no real. There was a power up upgrade system, because if you had a sword and you powered it up, you could throw that little wave out, and if you powered it up twice, you had a longer wave that I believe took up half the screen. I want to say what was it? The chain whip also could be powered up with a wave, so you could aim the whip in 8 directions, or I think you could wave in 8 directions, and there was a wave that spewed out in front of it, which made some bosses a lot easier to beat, because that wave did the damage even if the chain missed. Shadow step. Hang from a scaffold. Again, holding down the R1 button to change gears is not amazing. And again, if you're carrying an item or a consumable weapon, you have to tap the R1 button to put it away, and you bring out your sword again. Again, a bit fiddly, and I'm not a huge fan of it. So that's a decision I wish they would have gotten rid of. But they didn't want to break up the pace of the game, I guess, by having a sub-menu like in the Mega Man games for picking out special weapons. So I guess that's disappointing. I've never been able to purchase any weapons in this demo. Maybe in the full game you can do that. The 7 Ninja Gear items can be stopped. But again, if you need to be healed during a fight, you gotta rummage through your bag to get out an apple and then eat the apple. Like, no, I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not saying it's a massive problem. I'm not a fan of that particular game design decision. Too bad. So that was the normal mode for Hayate's run on Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. We'll most likely wind up playing this game with Kaede in hard mode later. We'll probably try to do a complete run. But this is more than enough for me to kind of get a feel for the game. I'll end up buying it for like $10 because I'm a sucker for retro games, and this one's way better than the NES game. This feels more like a Super NES or a Sega Saturn remake of that NES game. So it does the job. But it's as interesting as it is, it's basically nothing more than this, which is 6 stages of that. We'll see how it goes. If I get hands on the original on the full game, I'll sample it and see how it goes. I recorded this audio with my Turtle Beach headset, and I'll let you watch the opening again with the music cranked up. I was not impressed with the arrangements of the music, so that was kind of disappointing. The NES game is an above average NES soundtrack, I think. It's better than Ninja Gaiden, which I said in the previous video. So yeah, I'd much rather listen to the music in the NES game for Kage than in Ninja Gaiden. So there's my review of the soundtrack for that game. Whoops. So we're gonna watch the demo, so we'll watch the demo. It's free. It's not on Switch, but it's on PS4. So download it if you can.